So, oh, this thing's dinging at me. Let's start over. Welcome. So today I wanted to go over an idea we're building with sharing worldwide Solatube photos taken by all kinds of folks everywhere and coming up with an organizational system that makes them accessible to everybody. Some of the thoughts here are that we need to have photos that are of different styles, different style houses, but also the photography that feed themselves has a different way it's done. So to that end, I've come up with a methodology using Google Drive that might just work. So here we go. Wow, to the end of the earth there. So we're going to move over to our drive. So in Google Drives, a little backdrop. Google Drive is a great way to share files. It's a lot like Dropbox or many of the other softwares that are out there for file sharing. The benefit to Google Drive is that you can store a lot of stuff, less limitations in accordance with file size, and its searchability is darn right impeccable. So my thinking on this is we're going to have a shared folder, Solatube photos and images worldwide. This currently is accessible. Anybody in the world can access this and view it. Okay, to review Google document principles, you have people that can view documents, you can have people that comment on documents, and then you have people that can edit documents. So these are the three kind of types of users you can have. So right now anybody can view this, but only certain people have the ability to comment or edit anything in here. So this is a quick and rough file structure that I have before and after pictures, deprecated pictures, logos and emblems, residential pictures, commercial pictures, installation and installers pictures, and products and cross sections. Then I have a little README here where we can put notes and make it easy for someone just to look at if they needed to read something. So very quickly, how would a new photo get submitted to this system? You go to new and unprocessed photos. Okay, so here is where all the photos get dumped. Now anybody in the world can put photos in this file structure. They can put them in and they can move them all around in here but nowhere else. Okay, these folders up here are current subfolders that haven't been fully dealt with yet. So we would edit a folder such as, let's pick her. Okay, so we would right click and drag down and we could rename the folder. Now personally I don't like those little underscores. I just want a space there. So we got laundry, insert towels, inset towels. Yeah, that probably is good. Now the place where we're going to make this photo searchable, it jumped over here because we just edited it, is right over here. So I'm going to say things like residential, person, color, smiles, laundry. And I might go on and on. Anything else that I can look at in this picture right here that might describe what the heck's going on. Now when I'm all done with that, I'm going to click outside of that and it sticks here. Now why this is important is because all these parameters are searchable. Now some things that I also want to say is we could say 160, 290, 10 inch, 14 inch, because we're not really sure what that is in there, but naming what units there is probably good. Now, something that's worthy to look at is that every one of these photos are going to be lookable by going to the activity chart. Now, this is important because if someone downloads the photo or they do different stuff with this photo, we can see everything that is used or this photo's has done with it, and it'll keep a log. So as we get more users in here, like Melody did something great, I guess these people are just no longer shared with my Melody or created. Anyways, that's the history of the photo. Kind of cool. So now once we've got this the way we want it, and it's relatively good, we're going to drag this photo up into processed. Now the only people that have the ability to do this, to move it to processed, are people that have higher permissions. Once we move that photo to processed, it can't leave processed without some permissioning. So this would be folks that have some organizational ability and have the rights to move photos around in Solatube photos and images worldwide. So again, we moved it to processed. Let's repeat the process here. So right click, rename, kitchen inset to wine. I guess wine's that way, huh? So let's go. Oh, jumped over there. Gotcha. Click there. Kitchen, dining, 290, 160, because we can't see the photo again. 10-inch, 14-inch, wine, lady, female, and anything else we could think of tagging. I think that's probably good. Now I'm going to drag that into processed, hit OK. Now I'm going to move to processed. Now these two photos are kind of the same in my opinion, where they'll go. So I'm going to click on two of them by holding down the control button and highlighting both of these. Then I'm going to right click and I'm going to hit move to. I'm going to move them by hitting the up arrow. I'm basically backtracking this section here. So I'm going to go to the main folder, Solatube Photos and Images. And I think this goes in residential. So I'm going to move them there. Hit OK. Now it's done. So now they're in here and anybody can search for these. Now for everybody else, they're going to be in here, shared with me. But a beautiful thing happens when a folder is shared with you. So if someone has access to this, they're going to have shared with me here. But they can drag this folder just like this. This is a folder shared with me, and I'm dragging it over to my drive and I'm going to drop it. Now when I look in my drive, I should see skiing, this folder. And it's going to be probably a whole bunch of ski photos, right? So that's a way to get it onto your drive and how to manage Google Drive. So I think that's all I can think of right now. Oh, searchability too. Why would we do this? That's the biggest question, right? Because we could find, let's search wine, because that was something we just covered. Okay. Now I'm going to right click here and I'm going to look for photos and images with the word wine in it or something to do with wine. Now I'm going to search. Now I'm just searching the entire drive. Everything in my Google Drive is being searched, right? So what it found was this lady right here, that kitchen insert. Now these are other things that have the word wine in them. I have no clue how Google knows this. This is from my photos, but they're also stored on the drive. So all this other stuff is just found stuff, but this is the photo we wanted to find. So a user could find very important photos very rapidly and easily without a problem. And with that, my friends, we're going to call that a show. So thank you much. Drive through and have a great day. If you have any questions, email me, Brennan@solarlight.me.